the most part. Our next guest has managed to combine the two activities, turning computer games into teaching tools, and I'd like you to please welcome Stephanie Vinces to the show. Thank you for coming in. And why couldn't you have done this when I was growing up? Well, it's interesting. You're using modern games to teach concepts that we had to learn through books.
Correct. And I think the involvement with kids these days in computers is important, and that they would rather be on them all day long instead of being in school is important. So I found ways to, the software that we're using has well-researched information. The programmers are very into what they're programming about. And so we're using this to take the information off of that and bring it out to the practical world and trying to have them do something with that that they'd have to experiment with and get it to happen the same way.
And you're dealing with, at this point, medieval times.
In this particular course. They go for a week in this course. Yes.
And as you said, we've got models sitting right here. You're taking the information that already exists. You're using the game as kind of a conduit for learning, and then bringing that into the real world by having the students build models.
Correct. And they need to experiment with what works. They need to understand why the trebuchet is a long-distance shooter. The catapult is something that they might want to use to break down a wall, so it's a shorter distance, a little more powerful. And then the ballistas may be more accurate, so they are essentially a large arrow or a large
crossbow type of device that we have there in the middle. Now this is a trebuchet on this side. I've never really seen one before. How does it work?
The trebuchet is a pivot or a swivel, and it works on weight.
Okay.
So the amount that you can pull down and the distance that you have it swing. The other piece that really functions well is how long it can swing this movement right here.
I just don't happen to have a little object that you could...
This isn't quite heavy enough. This is going to actually swing backwards, but I'm going to go ahead and let it use it.
Okay.
And
here we go.
We're going to just pull out the switch here.
Woo!
And that one did take off. Okay.
It did. Wow.
So they experiment with what weight things need to be, how this needs to be constructed, what the distances are. You can't put this in the center, obviously. So there's some understanding of levers, understanding of balance.
Yeah.
Physics.
So yeah, I was going to say, I bet you the science teachers love you.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's jump right into the games then. First, let's start out with Sid Meier's Civilization 2.
Civilization 2 probably has the most information for them to work with. They need to do two different pieces in their management. They need to manage inside their city. Mm-hmm. Right now, if you change what we're working on right now, you'll see that they're working on an individual settler or a phalanx unit. Okay. They could also work on barracks so that their people fight better or have more organization when they go against an enemy.
Okay.
And those are the things that you start to work with inside your city. You need to manage your city so that they're producing food for you, they're producing wealth for you, they're keeping your citizens happy.
Happy!
And they're producing...
Like a happy button.
Exactly.
It's just making them so happy.
So this is, inside management of the city is something that people, beginners, forget to do a lot.
Yeah.
But we're going to exit out of this and look at the layer that has information in it. If we want to know, we have to guide our scientists as to what to research next. If we needed to be out, if we were on an island and needed to be out on the ocean very, very early in the game, then we would want to research ships. If we were...
ships?
Triremes, I think.
Triremes?
Go ahead down one more.
A little further.
What if we need map making?
Map making
is what you need.
All right.
So they need the alphabet before they can discover map making.
Oh, okay.
So as your scientists are asking you what to study next, you would say the alphabet, and then you'd study map making after that.
Well, that's kind of neat.
So if an enemy is coming at you and you want a city wall to guard you, then you would need to have masonry. So you'd research what you'd need to do to study masonry.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. I mean, this is just, I mean, even if you weren't in class, where did the masonry go? There we go. There. So, apparently that's it.
One of the basic, one of the very, very beginning pieces. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So, figuring out sequencing of what happens in history and how things happen at a certain time period is actually something that they'll sit and read in this particular software.
Definitely. All right, well, let's move along to one of Microsoft's entries, the latest entries. This is
Empire Earth.
Okay.
And this one has...
This is Sierra makes this one.
Right.
I was thinking Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Empires,